Hey, how's it going out there, YouTube world? I am broadcasting to you straight from oh so beautiful Los Angeles, California. And well, for this video, I thought we'd talk draft picks, in the NFC East concerning the Cowboys, Eagles, Giants, and the Foreskins. Um, I guess we'll start off with the Cowboys, who I think had the best draft in the division. If you know, pretty solid draft all around with some talent, some needs and just a couple of players that could turn out to be pretty special. Starting off, Anthony Spencer, defensive end Purdue. Let's go play outside linebacker. Purdue's put out some good defensive ends that become linebackers, like Aiken Adele and Sean Phillips, I believe. Both productive, both went into good systems, both have become pretty darn good players. And I am expecting the same out of him, but I do have my concerns. He's a smart kid, but I want to see how smart. He was projected as early second rounder because a lot of the times once a big tackle gets his hands on him, he can't shed those blocks like Ware can. So we're looking at he could be a solid player, but I have my concerns about him. Next up, it was in the third round. We traded away our second round pick because those damn Rams took Brian Leonard one pick before us. I would have loved to have Brian Leonard on the Cowboys, but St. Louis had to snag him one pick before us. Those bastards. So instead, we traded out, and we in the third round, 67th overall, we took James Martin, an offensive tackle from Boston College. He's big and he's strong, but he's not quick. So most likely, he's going to be groomed to take over as a left tackle for Mark Colombo. So 2 years from now, we don't have to give him another big contract. We can just plug Martin in and use him in that position. Then our next pick was in the fourth round, 103rd overall, Isaiah Stanback, quarterback from Washington, who's now going to be a receiver. Dude's an athlete. Dude's big. He's strong. He's fast. So hopefully we use him as he turns out to be a good receiver. Do you want him on punt returns? I don't know about that. He's never returned punts. Excuse me. So we'll see what he can do. But it'll be interesting watching him develop, especially since he has a weird injury. He has a torn ligament on the bottom of his foot. We'll see how that heals. Next up was Doug Free, or Doug Freak as they call him. He was probably the best pick in our draft because he's a second rounder taken in the fourth, 122nd overall, and he is athletic and strong. So hopefully he can replace Flozell next year because I don't want to resign that guy. He's above average at best, and he's just taking up cap space. So I really want to resign him, and I hope Freak could take over from him. We didn't have a fifth rounder, and our next guy in the sixth was Nick Folk, kicker out of Arizona. Kid's got a boot. He's got a cannon for a leg, and he can boot him out the back of the end zone. So hopefully he can do something special and beat out Grammatica. But if not, kickoff specialist, we should be alright. Next up is the 195th pick in the sixth round was Dion Anderson. This guy is a pure blocking fullback. He's a great leader. If you read the story online, he went through a lot in college, living out of a car, living out of a locker room. He went through a lot in college, and I think that made him a better person. He's had a couple brushes with the law, but I think he's over that. And he could be a good, solid fullback, blocking for Jones and Barber. And I think he could develop into an eventual leader for this team, which is something the Cowboys need. They don't have too many vocal leaders. So I'm hoping he steps up and he does something great for the Cowboys. Next up was Courtney Brown. What a cornerback. He played at Cal Poly, so he went under the radar, but this guy was a shutdown corner. Literally, he was shut down half the field. Now, there's a difference between Division 1A and NFL, but I think if his skills transition over, he could be a very solid nickel corner and take over for Aaron Glenn and Anthony Henry if he gets injured again. So I'm looking for a lot of things from Courtney Brown. I really am. I think this guy's going to be something special for the Cowboys. Next up is Alan Ball, who I think was just taken. He's too small. He's going to be a camp body. He won't make the team. I highly doubt it. So not going to get too much into him. With the other teams, the Giants had a great first-round pick in Aaron Ross, who I'm pretty sure would be taken by the Cowboys at 22. If it was taken by the Giants at 18 or 19. He's a great corner, and he's going to be a devastating punt returner. So I'm expecting a lot of things out of Aaron Ross, and I just hope he doesn't burn the Cowboys too many times. The Redskins took LaRon Landry from LSU. Uh, Great safety, but is really more of a Roy Williams, Sean Taylor type guy. Actually, I should never put Roy Williams and Sean Taylor in the same sentence. But, he's a hitter. He's not a cover guy. And with that lack of a pass rush, him and Taylor are going to be getting burned all season long. So unless they're going to groom him to eventually replace Taylor, because Taylor wants a new contract and there's nothing fits about it. I see this as a pretty bad pick. And the Eagles took Kevin Corn on the cob. Why? You have McNabb. Why? Don't give me that bullshit about, oh, we have so many great players, we just take whoever. No. Every team has needs. If not starters, then you have depth needs. Why? Are the Eagles maybe realizing that McNabb isn't the guy to get them where they need to go? He's gotten them close, very close, but then he blew it. He blew chunks, literally. So, I mean, what's up with that? Philly fans, someone want to help me out here? Why they took a quarterback in the second, and not even the best quarterback on the board. That was an incredible reach. That was a Quincy Carter type reach. So maybe an Eagles fan could help me out here and tell me why you guys took this dude when obviously you had other needs, maybe along a run stuff or a defensive line, because your run defense isn't that great and Bunkley's a bust. So that's it for me. Comment, video response, whatever, guys. Looking forward to getting your responses, and you guys take it easy.